In today's economy, more people than ever are looking to buy and sell businesses. But how do you do it? Welcome to the Deal Board, presented by Transworld Business Advisors. Straight talk about real deals and real people. Listen to stories, interviews, and expert advice to help your business sale, merger, or acquisition process. Now, here are your business exit experts, Andy and Jessica.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Today we're talking about everything is bigger in Texas. And we have guests from the great cities of Houston, Austin, and Dallas. You know, I was personally in Dallas at a regional meeting last week. We had people in from all over Texas. And our franchisees are excited because things are just exploding there.
Right. And Texas has always been a great place for business. But in the last 10 years, the entrepreneurial and small business centers have just continued to grow. And over the last 10 years, they've even experienced a net migration of new people moving to Texas of 1.4 million.
And it's truly bigger in Texas. The GDP was $1.64 trillion in 2017. And if it were a standalone country, Texas would be the 10th largest economy in the world. Certainly, Texas boomed with the oil industry way back in the day, but it's grown well beyond that. You know, it's a diverse, massive economy. And why not? You know, they really promote it. They have favorable tax laws, and it's very business friendly.
Yeah, they really do. And Inc. magazine just named their top 50 cities to start a business. And Austin was number 1. Dallas was 17. And I think Houston was on the list in the early 30s too. But really, one thing we've talked about, Andy, is that you don't have to start a business in the town that you currently live in. And a lot of people do move to different areas of the country or even areas of their state to find the best place to start their business. And Texas is definitely outshining a lot of other states in that area.
Yeah, we see it with our franchisees and how successful they are. You know, large immigration, people moving to the area. You know, of course, people immigrating want to be in cities where there are opportunities for big company employment, but they want small business opportunity too. Our Dallas folks were talking about how Jerry Jones of the Dallas Cowboys opened up the new Cowboy headquarters in the DFW on the north side, and the area exploded. Our team in Austin was talking about how they have the new Silicon Valley. They call it the Silicon Hills. And startups on the east side of the city are just blowing up, and it's got a young entrepreneurial vibe with a hip live music scene. And of course, you know, they have a big event like South by Southwest promoting themselves.
Yeah. And you know, what's interesting too is that, you know, the 3 cities we talked to today, they're all very different vibes, but all growing very rapidly as well. You know, you can just see the buzz that's going on in each of those cities, but, you know, different cultural things that are going on too. You know, Austin, like you said, is known for the music scene and more hip, and Dallas and Houston are definitely, I think, a little bit more attractive to bigger businesses. So.
Yeah, and with those big businesses, that brings a lot of people in. And when there's lots of people, obviously, again, it's a huge entrepreneurial boost for small businesses too. You know, small businesses pop up around these large corporate headquarters by opening up restaurants and service businesses like cleaning, dry cleaning, gas stations, even small retail. And even individual professional practices pop up like legal and CPAs and medical practices and real estate agents, you know, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of small business activity when big business moves in.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of different services to provide and products as well. Well, today, we really get to know some of these markets. And I think for listeners that are thinking about purchasing a business, but they're open to different opportunities across the country, this is a really good episode to get to know one of the biggest business markets, like you said, not just in the States, but in the world.
Excellent. Let's get to it.
Transworld Business Advisors is the world's largest business brokerage and mergers and acquisitions firm with over 500 brokers in nearly 200 offices worldwide. Transworld's team handles thousands of business sales every year. To be connected with a qualified business broker or learn more about the buying and selling process, visit tworld.com/the deal board or call 888-719-9098. Welcome back, everybody. And today, as you know, we're doing a show just about Texas and, how the Texas economy is growing and is very supportive of small business. And joining me, I have Gerry Brisson, who is the owner of our Transworld Business Advisors office in Houston, Texas. Gerry, welcome to the show and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Jessica. It's my pleasure.
So we've been talking to a number of different franchisees across the state of Texas, but give me a little bit of an overview about the Houston market in relation to small businesses. Is it growing, declining? Is it a supportive environment for entrepreneurs?
Yeah, Houston is a major market, I think, for small businesses. We have over 200,000 businesses in the Houston area. A lot of people don't know, but Houston is the fourth largest city in the United States, with a population of about 7 million people. So we have. I've been selling businesses here for the last 5 years, and for us, the business and our business has continually increased.
Well, that's great. That's great. I did not know that Houston was the fourth largest city, but not surprised. It's a large city and a lot of residents there. So talking about the market for small business sales, you said it's pretty active, but would you categorize it as more a seller's market or a buyer's market right now, or about equal?
I would say it's pretty balanced, Jessica. Right now, if you just look at our own business, we've got close to 200 businesses listed. Which is an increase over previous years, but also our buyer inquiries are up. We get an average of about 250 buyer inquiries every week, which is slightly increased over last year.
Wow, great! That's great. That's great for sellers too, of increased buyer interest. That only helps them strengthen the market and the multiples that they're getting. So, Gerry, we're talking about today, a lot of people are moving into Texas or investing in Texas in the last few years. What are some opportunities for listeners that are either interested in moving or investing in the Houston area? What are some great opportunities they should be aware of?
Well, you're right, Jessica. Houston also has continued to grow in terms of population size. And, some of the hot businesses for us that we're seeing, we list and are selling, and there seems to be a demand for our landscaping companies. Houston is a very active in terms of landscaping staffing companies because of the number of companies that we have here. Medical, anything to do with medical. I'm not sure if folks are aware, but Houston has the largest medical complex in the world here in our city, and so anything to do with medical is hot. Manufacturing, of course, multi-unit retail because of the size of the city, and daycare centers are also very hot and popular these days.
Great. So some similarities across the country, but some specific to Houston. Yeah, I mean, last time I was down there visiting you, that medical campus is giant. There's multiple of them. So any industries that would service that medical or healthcare field would be a really interesting investment. So, Gerry, before we let you go, are there any specific listings that you want to mention to the listeners that you think is of interest for people listening to the show?
Well, Jessica, we have close to 200 listings. So some of the ones that aren't under contract right now, we've got an IT staffing company with an SDE of close to $1 million, a car dealership with an SDE of over 600,000. We got a wood pallet manufacturer with an SDE close to 500,000, and two logistics and distribution companies with SDEs approaching 500,000. So we have several very good businesses listed right now.
Yeah, those are great opportunities. And a couple in those industries, those growing industries that you mentioned, like staffing, that would be a really good investment. Well, great. Well, if anybody wants to check out Gerry's listings, we will drop down that URL into the show notes. But Gerry, if anybody wants to reach out to you directly for more information about Houston acquisitions, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, they can call me directly. My number is 832-585-3765, or they can send me an email at gbrisson, BRISSON, @tworld.com.
Great. And we'll drop those down to the show notes as well. Thank you so much, Gerry, for joining us today and sharing some information about the Houston market.
Thank you, Jessica.
Hey, Andy, you know what time I think it is? I think it's time to talk about our deal of the week.
Deal of the week. Hey, we're back with Deal of the Week, and we are here talking with Angela Lee in our Austin office, also called our Central Texas office at Trans World. And she has a great deal story about an entrepreneur who started a business and we wound up selling it for a lot of money. Angela, why don't you tell us a little bit about this business?
I would love to tell you about this business. We happen to have a gentleman, a family actually, that moved from Colorado to start a new business in the surrounding Austin area and happened to be the personal electrician to our franchise owner. So as our franchise owner, gave him a card and said, if you'd ever like to sell your business, give us a call. So 2 years later, we get a call. We have listed that business. It was listed 4 months ago. We listed it for $1.3 million, sold it within 4 months, and the client's quite happy.
So it went for 100% cash.
It went for 100% cash.
You said it was in a rural area, so they did mostly commercial and residential?
Yes, the business was in a rural area. The work was probably 80% commercial, 20% residential.
So why did they sell? I mean, it sounds like, business was doing well, but why'd they sell?
They actually started in a new endeavor. He's a builder and wanted to go out and start a new business. So was interested in getting rid of the current business so he can start anew.
And so $1.3 million, how much was the SDE? What multiple did it sell for?
It sold, the multiple was $350,000, sold at a multiple of 3.
So sounds like a great deal and another good deal for good people. Gentleman started a business 7 years later, gets over $1 million cash. And that's the ability we have at Transworld to sell these businesses pretty quickly for you and be able to find the right buyer. Good deals for good people. Thanks for coming in today, Angela.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, we're back, and I am not even going to try to put on a Texan accent, but we are here in Dallas, Texas, and we are talking about Texas and the great state, and everything's bigger in Texas. And there's, I'm from Florida, and we always talk about Floridians being nicer to Florida because we always talk down about it. Not here in Texas. Texans love Texas, and I am here with two great Texans. I am here with Cathy Dammeyer and Vicki Wallace from our Trans World North DFW office, and they're going to talk. We just want to talk about the great economy, why it's so hot here, some of the things that are happening here in Dallas that are really making a great time to move to Dallas and buy a small business. So let's start with Cathy. Cathy, why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on?
Thank you, Andy. Dallas is a booming. Business is a booming. We represent the North DFW area, meaning that it's everything from LBJ really north. And our office is in McKinney, which was just a little pasture land not too long ago. But now from McKinney to the southern border of Oklahoma takes you about 50 minutes. And we're almost built up all the way to the border. So north Dallas is Baja, Oklahoma, just about. But the Cowboys moved their headquarters up here. They've got the Star up there, which is their practice field, the most professional practice field you've ever seen. Toyota has relocated here. State Farm has relocated here. The PGA is moving into Frisco. New soccer fields are being built. There's tons and tons of activity, indoor and outdoor, lots of ancillary businesses supporting all of these cowboy services, all of the athletic fields. So there's not a business that isn't working well. It's a fabulous time for people to come in, invest, buy a franchise, sell a franchise, buy 2 or 3 if you want to. Right now is just an excellent time. We have low taxes, no income taxes. People are friendly, they're happy, and they all say, come on down.
Yeah, I always talk about places that have in-migration like this and growth that, being a small business owner, if you have the right formula and you give good customer service, you really can't help but be successful. And I always see people in other places that, aren't doing well. And, they should really consider moving to a place like North Dallas. I mean, it is just booming here. So, Vicki, what else are you seeing? I mean, are there really, you run the office and you have a bunch of agents. And so you see, good listings coming and things for people to do?
Absolutely, Andy. We've got people that are tired of corporate America and want to move into business. It's their dream to own their own business. And we have people from other countries that want to come to Texas. Texas is a great place to do business, and it also helps people in other countries get a work visa and get into the country. So we've got businesses that seem to fit almost every profile or industry. And Texas is such a great place to do business because there's no corporate income tax. We have the 4th largest airport in the country, and it's centrally located. So if you're doing shipping or driving or transportation of goods, that kind of thing, it's just a great location, and it's thriving. Our area, Collin County, has some of the best demographics right now for 30-somethings with 2 kids. I mean, it just fits the perfect profile. So business is booming.
Yeah, and we see like a lot of baby boomers are starting to age out of business. And, I'm surprised that more young people aren't getting involved in business. But I think baby boomers will start turning to business because they're so independent. They want to do their own thing. So are you seeing that at all?
Yes, the baby boomers aren't old. I mean, 65 is not old anymore. 65 is young. We have people that want to continue to work that are looking to buy businesses who are 80 years old. So a baby boomer doesn't mean that you've kind of hit the wall and the Gen Xers and the millennials won't pay attention to you. You may be on a little bit of a different wavelength. However, there's plenty of businesses to be bought by both the millennials, the Gen Xers, and the baby boomers. There's small businesses, big businesses, medium businesses. So there's fabulous entry points on every aspect. So just because a baby boomer may be getting retired and maybe wants to cash out of their 401k and go travel the world, they can still buy a business here.
So what's the lending kind of climate down here, Vicki? Is it, you have some good partners in banks down here?
We do, but interestingly enough, the majority of our deals lately have been a combination of cash or seller financing. I think the stock market having been so good, but people worrying about it, what goes up must come down, are looking for other places to invest cash. And so we do a lot of deals that are cash and a lot of deals that are part seller financing.
Well, that's really great. I mean, this is a great area. It's blowing up. It's a good place to come and buy a business. Vicki and Cathy here in their office, they've got lots of listings for you to come look at. You can look at their website and come on down to Texas. I mean, it's a very hospitable place to do business. So thanks for coming in today. Hey, Jessica, you know what time it is?
Money time?
Almost. It's time for Listing of the Week. Welcome back. And we're here with Listing of the Week. And we're with Cathy Dammeyer from Transworld North DFW here in Dallas, Texas. And I happen to be in Dallas today, and we're with Cathy and the whole crew here, and business is booming, and she has a great listing that she wants to go over with you right now. Cathy.
Thank you, Andy. This is not your normal mom and pop shop. This is a florist shop that has corporate accounts. Number one, Dallas Cowboys, little company business up there. All their ancillary businesses support this floral shop. The largest hospital has their gift shop exclusive with this florist shop. It's big corporate accounts. So that's the primary differentiation in this florist shop than the others who you just walk in, you buy a dozen roses. These people have only about 15% walk in and everything else is monthly orders, daily deliveries. This is, and it's professional, clean. You could eat off the floor. They bring in flowers from Ecuador, from Belgium, from the Amsterdams, just fantastic, very professional. It's $499,000. It's a deal. The SDE is probably about 150, 155. These people are very motivated, want to get this thing sold. They want to get on with their lives and do some other things. Come get it. Come talk to me. It's fun business, and you'll smell like a rose.
Sounds like a great deal. So how can they get in touch with you, Cathy?
Thank you, Andy. My email is cdammeyer, DAMMEYER @tworld.com.
Thanks for coming in today. Hey, we're back, and we have some great guests from the great city of Austin, which is like the most incredible city in the world, with South by Southwest going on all the time. And it's the startup capital of the world. It's certainly the darling of Texas these days. And we have Matthew Grupp and Angela Lee from our Central Texas office, our TBA Central Texas. And they are just seeing so much opportunity in their area. And Matthew, you were just telling me about how much the city has grown out to the east, and the west side is the affluent side. And why don't you give us a little lay of the land in Austin?
Well, the west side is actually riddled with beautiful lakes and really nice housing developments. The North Austin is actually experiencing tons of growth all through Cedar Park, Pflugerville, Georgetown. But the east side of town is experiencing tons of growth as well. The economy is growing nonstop. We're actually years and years behind on our infrastructure. So, I mean, even if the economy stops right now, I mean, the construction is going to be going. Tons of tech in our town, tons of restaurant, music venues, outdoor venues. I mean, there's absolutely, every opportunity out there right now. I mean, every industry, there are opportunities in Austin.
So it sounds like a great place for small business to get started and to buy a small business. So Angela, can you handle that order?
So Transworld, we list all kinds of businesses, all kinds of industries. We go everything from technology to medical to convenience stores to grocery stores. We do a lot of construction-related businesses. Like Matthew has said, Austin is constantly growing. It's going to continue to grow even when the economy gets tough. Austin's very resilient to that area. And just give us a call and we will help you find the business you're looking for.
Again, Austin seems like a really young town. Like there's a lot of young people moving to Austin and there's a lot of opportunity. Are you seeing young people getting into business and maybe selling their businesses? Or is it the baby boomers selling or even buying? You know, I just had the folks in here from Dallas and they were talking about that even some of the senior citizens are buying businesses because they want to keep going. What are you seeing out there, Matthew?
It's actually all over the place. I have listings right now where the owners are in their 40s and 50s looking to sell because they've been in the industry for 20 years. And on the flip side, I have guys in corporate America looking to retire, but are in an active retirement mode. And so they're looking to acquire something with some cash flow to kind of buy them some time before full retirement. So it's a full range of buyers and sellers out there. And we're just eager to help the community as much as possible.
So, Angela, you came from the banking business, so there must be a lot of money flying around there. So is there opportunities for people to get financing for these businesses?
Okay, at our Central Texas office here in the Austin area, we can help lots of our clients buy businesses and help them assist with the lending. We have several relationships. We have several relationships with lenders in the Austin and even surrounding areas outside of Texas. We can help with SBA lending and conforming lending as well.
Sounds like there's a lot of opportunities in your office. So, Matthew, what's the best way to get in touch with the Central Texas office?
Well, you can find us on our website at tworld.com/Central Texas. If you want, you can reach me at my cell phone at 737-704-7315.
Or you can reach Angela Lee at 512-577-3966.
Perfect. Thanks, both of you, for coming in today. Really appreciate it. Thanks for tuning into our show today. If you like the podcast, don't forget to subscribe through your favorite podcasting app and leave us a review. If you have questions or suggestions for the show, visit us at tworld/thedealboard or email us at thedealboard@tworld.com.